Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello and welcome back to How to Paint Watercolours with me, Colin. And I'm just going to say a big hello to any new subscribers we may have. And a big thank you to all the subscribers who've stuck with me over the years. I've chosen a little barn scene here. I just made this one up. We're just going to kick off with some nickel yellow. Some Indian yellow. Some raw sienna. Touch of alizarin crimson. If it mixes with Indian yellow, it doesn't matter, it becomes a lovely orange colour. Cobalt blue, very pale. And then cobalt blue and alizarin crimson. Just streak it across. Back to the nickel yellow, I'm just using it up. And into the barn, I think I'll just throw some Naples yellow in as well. Some burnt umber. And into the path. And I've mixed up a couple of greens here. These are Indian yellow and French ultramarine. And they're just varying shades of green, as you can see. You'll see me use these throughout the picture. Going from light to really dark. Stroke the really light one in, sort of yellow green. Take the middle one, just add some of that in as well. Get darker on the front. Then we're going to leave all that to dry. Okay, I've clipped the painting down with some bulldog clips as the paper's drying, just to make sure it stays stretched and doesn't crinkle. And I've re-wet the background mountains. I don't think you need to see me do that, there's nothing highly skilled in it. And with a bluey grey from cobalt blue and burnt sienna, and I want this to be relatively pale, just follow the outline of your mountains. If we do it thin enough, the underwash of yellow will show through. Touch of water at the bottom, pick the brush, encourage it a little. And also into that, I just want to add a little bit of the crimson from the sky. Just adds interest to your mountains. I have a couple of shades of green mixed up here, which is made from cobalt blue and cadmium yellow deep. I just want to see where we're going. I just want to stroke some of this up into the hills, and I've just put a bit of burnt sienna with it just to give it an earthy, what I'd like to call an earthy background colour. And a little stronger one. This just has more cobalt blue in it, but it has a touch of the burnt umber in it just to grey it off. Tiny touch in there, that's it. That's all I want to do with that. Soften it in. Absolutely soften the bottom off. Soften it around the barn, taking some paint out as well. Okay, now we're going to leave that to dry. I'm just going to put some background trees in now that this is dry, and I've broken open my goat hair mop brush, and I'm going back into the soft grey that we used for the mountains. Just a quick note, if you're enjoying these videos, please click the like button and subscribe, and should you have any comments, please feel free to add them at the bottom of the video. Think about the shape and form of your tree when you do this. I'm going to take my rigger brush back into the grey again, and I'm just going to pull some branches and tree trunks and things. A little bit more around here, I think. Sort of the grey, green yellows made from the cobalt blue, burnt umber or burnt sienna you could add to it. Take some of the darker colour. Then I think I'll just add just a touch of some light green. I'm just re-wetting the whole of the barn area, and I just want to drop some colours into this, and I want to drop some more, a bit heavier with the Naples yellow, raw sienna, touch of the burnt umbers. Grey of the sky in. Dropping a shadow under the eave. Just drop some of the sky colours in as well. It's always nice to do that. Just some of the alizarin crimson. Just adds a better flavour, a different colours, they always look nice. And I'm just going to take some Indian yellow and just on one side of these bushes. Let's just add some of the grey green from the background hills. Some of the yellow green, just spreading it in the pots here, just so I don't pick up too much colour. And then allowing that to dry. Just mixing some of the darker green from the Indian yellow and French ultramarine with burnt umber, or if you haven't got burnt umber, just add burnt sienna. Another goat haired mop brush, just picking up some of the paint, and I just want to bring out the darker areas within these bushes. Whoa. Burnt umber. Just soften that in. Taking some of the really dark green once again and coming up to these evergreens here. We'll put these in, and I'm taking them into the sky and through the mountains to hook all the painting together. Just bringing the tops out with my rigger brush. to my goat hair mop brush, because it's faster once you come further down the tree. French ultramarine and burnt umber just dropped into it just to give it some really nice dark. Coming back to these trees here, I'm just taking some of the grey green, just make it look like it's passing through these bushes. Just dropping some yellow green in, just for some lovely variation. Once again, some of the green colour. It's off French ultramarine, Indian yellow. Just darkening it a little further, just to get some nice dark foliage under here. Especially towards the centre of the tree. Maybe adding some into the bushes as well. Just softening that in. And then I'm going to let that dry. Just mixing some burnt sienna with some raw sienna, making it very pale. And I just want to bring some across the roof, just as we start to redefine the barn. Just checking them in the right area. It's just a wash and it just allows the underwash to show through as well. Dropping a darker mix of that into the top here where the shadow would start to form. Just allow it to drift. Slightly stronger version as we come to the front of the barn. French ultramarine and burnt umber. Softening the bottom once again. A little bit of cobalt blue mixed with some of the other colours, just pulled across the roof. I'm going to put a rickety barn door in. Maybe a window here. Creating a deeper shadow on the left hand side as you go further into the barn. Same on the window. Just picking up some of the blues that are left over. Cobalt blue. French ultramarine, burnt umber. Some shadow under the eaves. And I just want to drop some of the yellow green as well. Maybe there's a little bit of moss on these planks. Little moss around here as well. Re-wet the whole of the foreground area. I've got the board at an angle for this, but I am going to lay it flat before we start to add the paint. Okay, the board's now been laying flat, and let's begin with some yellow green, I think. Some of the really dark green. A little bit more of that, so I'm just going to darken that. I've just added some burnt umber and French ultramarine to that mix just to take it down. Nice rich greens. And I'm just going to let that settle a minute, softening off or softening out. Softening any colours into the barn just to attach the barn to the ground. Just soften the colours up. Even lifting a little colour out just to allow the green to show through. Just a bit of French ultramarine and burnt umber. Just pulling this into the grass, while I'm still dropping in some Naples yellow. Before it dries out, let's put some 1 or 2 rocks and pebbles into the path. Okay, I'm not doing any more to that now. I'm just going to leave that to dry out. I think we can finish this painting off now. I'm leaving the foreground relatively simple, just because I think there's enough in it with the barn and the bushes without making it too overly full, busy. But we can put some lines in for some planks of wood. Just a little shadow there where the doorpost might be. I'll leave a link in the description box to some of the videos I've made for YouTube should you wish to view them. It'll take you straight there to them, but now you get round to the really good bits. This is where you get to sign it, mount it and frame it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click the like button and subscribe. Subscribers are always welcome and it's free. Not much in life is, but that one is. Please leave a comment. Comments are always welcome. So, until next time, I'd like to thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching.